ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my goddamn door like that. Go. Okay. I
hate when guys text you, did you take the plan B? No. I forgot.
Welcome to it. Welcome to Atlanta.
All right. Enough of that. Welcome here to another edition here on the Chaos Reign channel. I am Chaos Reign here. Welcome to all those that will attend and those that will catch replay of this. And like always, as you come in the building, make sure you hit that or smash that like button. Also, make sure you comment at the end of this video. And like always, sharing is caring. Yes, it is. Also, follow me on Twitter. On Twitter, yes. Follow me on Twitter at ChaosReign7. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Reign on Facebook. And now, and always, join the Discord service of the Chaos Reign channel. Those links are on the About section on my YouTube channel. And let me see. Any other things I want to send? I'll send them out as I go along. So, as you know, you see the thumbnail, you see the title. And I'm gonna bring my special guest as I bring her up now. The title for today's stream: Welcome to SODOM. Slash ATL. Ding. And I have, as for the first time, well, not first time, she's been on my channel before, but we're gonna have this conversation. So I'd like to introduce y'all as a guest for the first time on the Chaos Rain channel, the one, Femi, with a big F. Femi, yes, yes. What's good, Femi? Yes.
Hey, from the A.
From the A? Oh, from the A? Yes, from the big A. Which is a good grade, you know. Everybody, we all strives for the A plus, but you know, we get it. If we don't get it, we
Thanks
work
for
hard.
having me.
Hmm?
I said thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, yes, I appreciate it too.
Yeah.
Now, if before we start, you want to tell little people a little bit about yourself before we even go into this? A little background.
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I moved to Atlanta maybe in 2002, and I've been here ever since.
Now you came. Now, mind you, came here when you were like still in your late teens, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was really young. I was really, really young.
Yeah, man.
It used to be a beautiful, wonderful, glorious, what they say, Wakanda. I swear it used to be that. I promise you it used to be that. And
Wakanda forever. Yes, yes.
yeah, I mean, when I moved here, I think that was way before that movie was even thought about. But I will tell you, people were more friendly then. People were more willing to help you then. People were more willing to support you genuinely. I'm saying all this is genuine. But as years it went on, it just became so toxic. Like, and now I think it's more toxic than it's ever been. And I'm not going to say that good things still don't go on here. Good things still obviously go on here, but you know, it seems like everything comes with like a price or something here. It's really weird because you have this contrast of like, because I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and they were like, "Really, you don't like it there? Like, I never hear anything bad about it." And I'd be like, "Really?" I mean, there's a lot. All you got to do is go on Facebook and go in any Atlanta group, and you're gonna be able to hear it, or go on YouTube.
Wait, before you continue, Femi, let me do this. I gotta check something. Come look at my channel. Can you jump all the way down and come back? For some reason, the icon's not showing. I don't know why StreamYard is still doing this.
What icon's not showing?
Like your avatar. Like if we watch on YouTube, I'm looking at my other screen. I only see my icon, but I don't see yours. I see like a white, like you know, like a little no symbol. Just a white image.
Let me see if I.
No, just jump all the way down and jump back. It should hopefully correct it.
How do I do that?
Let me I'm gonna lower you down. Just exit out the studio, and then hold on. Let me do this. I'm gonna lower you. Just exit completely and come back. All right.
Okay.
All right. As we try to get this corrected, thank y'all for your patience. And make sure y'all hit that like button as you come in. You know, likes are free. Last time I check. And let me just make sure my end is clear. Oh, damn, I forgot to bring my intro. You know, anyway. All right, let me see if that fixes. So before let me just do this. Come on, guys. Okay. All right, we should let me see if it fixes it. So talk on, I'll tell you if it's corrected. Sorry about that. Let's continue.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. I'll check as you conversation as we
What questions you want to ask me about it?
No, I want you to continue talking. I asked the question in a second. Just let you just rock a little bit about Atlanta and your experience.
Okay, so I mean, I don't want to say it was all bad. I feel like you learn how to hustle here. You learn how to be tough here. I mean, you learn a lot about business and money, but then you also you get to see the dark side of stuff, and it's like you don't want to see it at first. Cause that took me a long, long, long time to see it, and it was just the more the year. So I feel like you have to be a certain type of person or be on a certain type of vibration to
Mm-hmm.
be here and to succeed. I feel like you have to be the type of person that's willing to dance a little bit on the dark side. Now I don't know how to dance, so I wasn't able to do that. And what I do notice about here, if you can dance on that dark side a little bit, you want to elevate. It's kind of like with celebrities. It really mirrors it how where we say once a celebrity do something that's like totally outrageous, they go to the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that here in these little circles. I mean, I ain't gonna say. Yeah, there are things that go on here that you participate in it.
Mm.
Your business is booming. I mean, um, and people like to deny that, and they act like it's not going on, but it's definitely going on. It's definitely a lot of people that you will think that are stand-up business people, and they're doing still street stuff. Let's put it like that.
Mm. Okay.
Let's put it like that. And 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 not that this is any different from any other group of people. I'm sure there's people in Ukraine that are thought to be stand-up businessmen, but they're like in the mob or something. But I'm just saying, when you come down here and you thinking that uh that it's still that Wakanda forever, it ain't. It's like Wakanda never ever now.
Mm. Mm. Well, let me ask a few questions. For the past now, we could now say from your own experience now a generation, which is roughly 20 years now. What were the really high ends as you came here as a young adult that you love about Atlanta?
When I first got here, it was easy to get a job. It was no problem. When I came here, I didn't feel like it was really cliquish. There were a lot of opportunities. A lot of people pushed you in the direction of becoming an entrepreneur.
Okay.
That's something that I wouldn't have got in Pennsylvania. I just wouldn't have got that there.
Hmm.
So as Atlanta started to shift, um, you would just see things get different and more superficial. It was getting superficial. I used to date this guy, and he was a comedian, but he worked at IBM. So he would wear his IBM clothes to go do comedy shows. And I thought he was funny. But
Mhm.
he would be on stage and people would laugh, but they wouldn't like give him, you know, I guess what he expected that he would get. But he would go to white clubs, and white clubs would like, he was funny. And they would laugh, and he would tell me, he was like, yeah, you can't go to black clubs. They're really superficial. They care about what I got on. You have to spend like all this money on these clothes. And he's like, I don't understand, because just because the clothes I wear does not make my jokes any more funny. And I still didn't see it then when he was saying that. I thought he was ridiculous. I didn't even see the suit. I just thought he didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't, because that was still like years and years and years ago, and I didn't see the superficialness of the city then. But you want to know when I seen it? When the Instagram came out. When Instagram
You mean 11 years ago?
I can't say that. I gotta say when it really started popping. Like, I mean, okay.
Because Instagram, if we're gonna go there, and we could probably look at I'm gonna look at Google now, but I remember when Instagram first popped up, it was around either 2010 going on 2011. Let me see. Instagram.
But not when it first popped up, because you remember when it first popped up, people were just taking pictures of trees and the ocean and butterflies. It took a while for
Really? I don't really remember that. When I first got into this app, I think it was in 2012.
Oh yeah, when Instagram first came out, people wasn't even really posting pictures of themselves. It was like photographers posting like nature, ocean waves, dolphins.
Okay. So it was like at first they used their smartphones at times posting and uploading simple pictures, right?
Right. So then business owners started to get on there, right? Okay. That was the next people that started to get on there. That's when I got on there.
Oh, well, look what we have here. What? I was wrong. It came out roughly now going on 12 years ago. So it came out in 2010. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, continue.
So, I don't know. Maybe when Instagram started doing videos, it just elevated Atlanta because it let like so many things started to come, like hairstylists, the movie people, who else? A lot of rappers, a lot of it, and a lot of people come here and they want to be a part of that. And I think that's one thing that makes the city so dark is because we already know, like watching all these celebrities, there's definitely something demonic and weird. They all come out crazy. Even the white ones, Miley Cyrus, Jim Carrey, they all crazy. So there's a lot of people. If you come to Atlanta, it's easy to get close to a celebrity if that's what you want to do. It is very easy to get close to a celebrity if that's what you want to do. If your goal is to get close to a celebrity, you can do it. I've seen it done plenty of times. You just got to know where to be at. And if you want to be next to a celebrity, you want to know where to be at because you're going to inquire about it. So a lot of these people like to get in, be next to these celebrities, and then they kind of like get taken into that dark side. It's just a lot of demonic energy. There's also this thing about Atlanta, since it doesn't have any water around it to cleanse like the negative energy. Atlanta said the whole like a lot of negative energy just like inside of 285 because there's nowhere to cleanse it because there's no water. I was just witness things that I used to think that they were unique to me and just my journey, but then me meeting other people and talking to other people and seeing what's going on, I've learned that you ain't got no friends down this motherfucker. You ain't got none. You might
not even what they call the girlfriends, female friends you could trust down there in Georgia.
I don't feel like it because every situation that I've been in, it doesn't matter if girls were friends. Eventually, they weren't anymore. So
why do you think that is from your perspective? Why is that? You think?
I mean, I told you that Atlanta's this like somebody said one time that it ain't crabs in the barrel, it's sharks in the tank. And
that's even worse.
Yeah. So it is sharks in the tank here. People are just trying to take each other down. People get jealous of other people's achievements.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not like it was back in the day when somebody achieved something, you were happy about it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the Instagram just made it, or maybe something else happened, maybe there was something energetic, with the moon and the stars or something that happened, but people
Mm-hmm.
not like that no more. People are only here for what you got. And they will pretend to be your friend. They will pretend to be your friend. And if you're new to Atlanta, or if you're gullible, or if you're just like a sweetheart, you're not going to know no better. And you're going to get sucked in a trap,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you want to be around celebrity, because everybody here knows celebrity. Everybody here knows a celebrity. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows a celebrity. It's not. And if you're coming from out of town and if that's your goal, you're going to do what you need to do to get close to the celebrity. For whatever reason that's for, money, job, just clout. People try to get close to celebrities all the time. But sometimes, like, there would be so much that I would want to say, but I can't. I feel like I just can't say some things. Like, I know celebrities that done beat
No,
people up.
I mean, besides the celebrities, which not really too concerned about the celebrities because let's be honest, most celebrities, if they're black, they either reside in a few states. Majority might reside in Cali more, and there are some that's now in Atlanta. I think Ty Perry has a studio in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Now.
he has a beautiful studio here.
Yeah. Um, Besides more deeper politics of the black celebrities in that city you're in, um, my concern personally
Hmm.
is with the amount of people that sharks, not crabs, which we already complain about the crabs and barrels with our people, but it's even more harsh when you know that sharks eat things. They take
Sure.
advantage, so they see you. They don't want to use it. They'll say, "How much I could just devour this person."
Yes.
So,
That is a great way to put it. And
oh,
it's
oh,
so
before you say something, for those that's watching, this Chaos Rain channel, you see the thumbnail, see the title. Make sure you like and share the stream. Let's
yeah.
continue. All right, let's
Like,
continue.
there's people that it'd be so funny when like men be blaming women for
Mm-hmm.
like it be like, you ain't know that dude was like that and you ain't know he was like that. Let me tell you something, y'all don't know. Cause I know plenty of men that are in business agreements with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and one don't like the other one. And the other one has no idea that that other man don't like him at all, don't talk about him behind his back like a dog. But he smiled in his face every day, but he had to do that because he needed half of the money to get to where he needed to be. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, oh, y'all can't even tell. So how y'all expect us to tell? Y'all can't tell who's not your real friend. But sometimes you can if you're a genuine person. You can't come down here being a genuine person. You got to come down here. If you want to come to Atlanta, you got to be a shark. If you ain't no shark, don't come here. If you don't feel like swimming in the ocean and being aggressive, don't come here.
Don't live there either. Don't try to network in Atlanta. Yeah, you think it's a bad move for any young man or young woman of adult
I don't
age?
want to say that because it's like you
Mhm.
just have to make sure when you get here you find genuine people, because there are people here doing great things. There are people here building the small homes community. There are men here having programs for other men that were incarcerated. There are a lot of pop-up businesses that are going on here. It's a lot of good to go with it. But if you a spiritual person and you see past all the bullshit, it's not gonna be for you. Now there are some people that I know that is here that they can't take it. They're only gonna be here for the time that they need to be here to go to school or do whatever they need to do, and they
Mhm.
can't take it. There's a lot of people that's just like that people just aren't genuine. It's very hard to live in a city. And not only are the people not genuine, everybody wants to have sex with you. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody wants to have sex with you.
Now, before we get to that portion and we talk around that, I really want not shift. Well, I'll say this, get to the point. This thing with the BBLs and this epidemic of women getting these BBLs.
Yes.
How serious and rampant, and not only that, does it really boost one's I can't say productivity, but revenue having one, especially in the South or in ATL? Is my question.
Yes to both of your questions. Everybody got a BBL down here. The girl at Krispy Kreme got a BBL. So everybody got BBLs down here. Everybody.
Is it a good BBL or is one of them little box BBL? Or
I mean, most of them are going to be the box BBL. And the reason for this is, and that's why they tell people to do their research. So if you are a medical doctor, okay, yes, if you are a medical doctor or a surgeon, you are permitted to do surgery. It's not illegal. So most of the time, these are maybe let's just say pediatricians. A pediatrician could do your BBL and it'll be totally legal. And the reason that
what?
I mean, because they're still a medical doctor. They're a medical doctor. So when you're getting a BBL for like $5,000, usually that's the person that's in training. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it because I mean they gotta learn, but you're taking that risk, like going to go see a beginner hairstylist. That's an easier risk because you could just take your hair out. With the BBL, you can't just take it out. So you have women that can spend the good money on their BBLs. You can kind of still tell it's a BBL, but you be like, it's a good one. But then you could tell the difference from people that went to like, they seen an Instagram ad for $4,000 BBL. You could tell those people. It's just a little bit off. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people down here like that.
Someone wrote a question in the chat room. Let me pull it up so you can see it. I hope you can see the screen.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to see it. Can you read it to me, please?
Oh, yeah, read it. Okay.
Don't they know that BBLs can be fatal? Yes, but they hope for the best.
They pray for the best that God will, after they inject this silicone or whatever fat in their booty, or they put the implants, they sit and lay on their stomach because they can't lay in their back no more for a while because they already got it in their ass. That they say, "Oh Lord Jesus Christ and Savior, please make sure I don't get fatally sick or I lose my life."
Oh, I've talked to girls that have been sick. I've talked to girls that said it is one of the most like the healing process is the most depressing period because you need kind of like round the clock care. So this is what I see. BBLs were something for rich people, and now everything is made more affordable. But the thing
thanks to Kim Kardashian back in maybe it was Kim K that started this BBL shit.
Yes. But Kim K has enough money to pay for her aftercare, her massages, and her upkeep. So sometimes, and this is what I learned from girls with BBLs, once you get a BBL, that's not the end of it. Like,
what do you mean that's not the end of it? I thought they just get it done, get the fake silicone or get the injection, and then it's called a day.
No, you can't call it a day. You have to go get, like, it's like a car. You have to go get a tune-up. So if you're one of those girls,
that's more money.
Yes. So if you're not a girl that, if you got a BBL on a PPP loan and you really don't have your stuff together, you're not gonna be able to afford your tune-up. So that's why sometimes you see girls that look like that, because I guess they have to go get massages or go get it, remolded, make sure their muscle tissue is still where it's supposed to be at. Like and I didn't know that. This is when I'm talking to somebody about it, because I was considering getting one, and she really sat down and was real with me and let me know everything. Like, this is what they're not going to tell you. She was like, there's going to be a lot of sad nights. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you can't do. You're going to be sitting down for months and months and months in pain. And then she told me one of her friends had cotton infection all in her hip. They not going to tell you that. They not. Some of those girls look like that because, so when you get the BBL, I guess they cut into your lymph nodes. I mean, I don't know the exact science.
Lymphatic.
So when you get sewn back together, since they're healing up, I guess you gotta massage the fluid down. You gotta manually do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to.
So those massages cost like maybe $125, and I think you're literally supposed to get them every day.
Okay.
Who can afford? Like, I ain't gonna say who can afford that, but if you can't afford that, there are girls that opt out of that because they can't afford it. So you'll see a girl with a BBL, but she looks really swollen, and that's because she couldn't afford to get her massages, and there's a whole bunch of fluid on her. Now, I don't know what that does to your health, because I don't know, but
well, I will say this. This is my perspective. The body is designed to extremes and remove unnecessary fluids, just so the blood flow could flow in the body. And if you're putting something that's artificial into the body, especially the backside. Now, there was a video, and I'm not sure if I have it. I'll search for my phone. No, actually, I'll search my email. A doctor talked about the dangers and the problematics of doing surgery on the backside. And one of the things I remember he said is there's how muscle tissues and lymphatics are designed in the body. It's easy to do surgery on the chest because there's not much. It's most majorities is like fat. You get me?
yes.
The butt, as much women don't want to hear this, and it's the reason why if I didn't stress this, I'll stress it right now. Everything in the body could be worked out to get the right results. When you do squats, what happens to your body? Femi.
It tones your butt and your thighs.
It does more than that. When you work that part of the body, especially when you do like with the weights and you like bend down, it requires a lot of strength in all components. Your knee, the inner thighs, the thighs, and the backside. That's muscle.
Right.
That's why this doctor, and he's a surgeon himself, and when he was on the air, bring this information to the public. And if I find it, I'll play it for y'all. This is why he stressed the dangers of it and the problematics of doing surgery and behind to get a bigger butt. That most people, if you want the bigger butt, you have to do the work. By going out and doing injections, silicone, etc., you put yourself at more health risks, serious health risks, because you have muscle tissue there. To throw some foreign in your body to make it look bigger or the illusion of much bigger, especially when it does not match most of the time. Because I could tell sometimes, Femi, but I can't tell all the time. Because remember, a lot of women are big. You get me? And some don't even need it because they're already big, right? You get me? But those that's not big, or they just want to even look appealing so they can get like more money, they will go out their way to get the surgery.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. But continue. And that's
yeah. You got to think about it. If it's bringing these girls money, I mean, some of them are going to take the risk. I wouldn't take the risk. Now that I know how risky it is, a lot of girls die from it. You'll just never hear about it. A lot of girls pass away from it. They might not pass away immediately, but they'll be sick. They'll get septic while they're at home. and they'll die at home. It happens to a lot of girls. A lot of, and not just American girls, a lot of Mexican girls, a lot of the Brazilian girls. It happens to a lot of them. Because, like I told you, the real surgeons that went to school for surgery, performing them surgeries, they cost $30, $50, $100,000. These people that's just learning is costing $5,000, and you don't hear about them getting sued because I'm sure there's when you sign in all that paperwork, it probably got something in the paperwork where your family can't sue us if you die because it's a risky surgery.
Yeah, because you sign your waivers.
Yeah,
so they're not liable.
so you probably don't hear a lot about it. You don't hear about it until like one particular clinic is having a whole bunch of deaths. Then you'll hear about it. But in general, I mean, people die getting surgery every day. And so that's kind of why you don't hear about it and why you don't I'm scared. I'm not doing all that. After I heard everybody talk and you see pictures of people that have gotten their bodies mutilated or rejected it, and now they just got huge scar. I cannot take that risk. The risk is not worth it. But people will take that risk because they see people that have done it and they look great. So they'll just be like, I'm gonna take my chances, and they'll do it. And some of them come out good, but some of them look like little hams in the back of their pants.
Wow.
But do they get more money? Yes, they definitely get more money. They get money from the men. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Even if they're working at the Krispy Kreme, even if somebody's giving them a little bit. I mean, these men down here are going to give a girl with a big butt money. They're just going to do it. There is no thought process in it. So these girls are doing it, and I guess they feel like, well, if I survive, it's worth the investment because they know that they're going to come up. They know they're going to come up. It's a no-brainer. It's weird because it's like y'all as men know it's fake. I don't understand it. I'm not no man. Y'all know it's fake, but y'all still give girls like that money. I don't get it.
I'm gonna give the woman that money personally, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't.
I mean, yeah, that's what guys say, but I mean, like I said, I talk to a lot of people, so I hear stories from girls, and they tell me like all the stuff that they say. Men be paying their rent, men be paying their car note, and these girls not even doing nothing. All they do is get their body done. They're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. So why wouldn't these girls go get it done? Why if a young girl is hearing another girl say, "Hey, this dude paid my car note and paid my rent and bought me a purse and all this, and I didn't even have to do nothing with him. He just liked the way I look." Why wouldn't another girl go get that? These girls not dumb. They still going to college. They still doing their business. It's the men that's dumb. They just giving them the money.
Interesting.
And they know it's fake. That's what I don't get.
This is very interesting. Well, one thing I would say, this is just me now. And before I say something, let me read the next comment from the real Aaron Collins. Let's see. I saw a documentary about cosmetic surgery on BT a few years ago. The sisters they interviewed were basically saying in so many words that those surgeries are not what they're hyped up to be. And you're right. I didn't really have a chance to check my email to see if I could find the surgeon that talked about it. But monkey see, monkey do. That's the philosophy. If a woman has certain body and women are watching these men flock, and there's a video circling right now, Femi, of a dude was explaining why they like to have sex with women with BBLs. Did you hear about this?
No. What did he say?
I can't remember because I can't remember if I did watch it or not. I probably glimpsed it and saw it. I should have really, snippet it. I didn't want to do a video on it because personally, if you saying and telling the world, and this is one dude's experience, and he's giving his opinion, that you like it and you having sex because it's fake. But we already know how the psychology of a lot of females are. They feel that if that's all it takes for you to give me attention and maybe give me something out of it, I'm gonna go out and go get it.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And listen, you're a woman. You know this. I tell women, stop the cap. You don't do this just to look good or whatever. You do this to get the male attention. Let's keep real. And
they're not going to get the girls' attention.
And they gonna look at me dead in my face and give me that dead lie stare or that dead look. And I'm looking, no, stop it. Because the dudes were not flocking or saying, like the dude said, why he likes to have sex with women with BBLs. Majority of women that got it like that will not waste their money to put themselves at risk to get it like that. I'm just keeping really honest. That's just me. But nonetheless, the BBL is a problem, in my opinion, because I'm seeing the after effects of it, and now it is becoming hazardous and dangerous now to somewhere when most women go out and get these BBLs. I know one woman traveled outside the country to get a BBL, and she come back home sick and lost a kidney, and she didn't know about that. It reminded me of medical apartheid, or when they had some illness in a facility, and they come home and all of a sudden they can't be able to produce children. It's the same game being run again. Now, mind you, there's only one woman that experienced, but who knows? That's the only thing that was leaked out.
Yeah, that's the only thing that was leaked out. Like, especially you going to these other countries, you don't know what they could be taking your ovaries and everything, and you'll never know.
Exactly. There you go. Because
you'll never know.
You never know, because you're going to a so-called practitioner that's mostly licensed in a poor country. You go in there with your few funky American dollars that's worth more over there to go get the same procedure for actually less the value than up here in America. Now, they said it's going to be affordable here in America, but I doubt it, because anytime when there is a need and there's a market for it, what you know is the price is going to fluctuate depending on the market. So you might spend like $5 to $10 on a surgery, but you go in a third world country, you might spend like a few $100s that might be worth a couple of $1,000s. It is what it is. That's the honest truth. But like I said, you can continue.
You know what I can't wait till? I can't wait till we all and I see all these girls walking around, because I wonder what it's going to look like. Big old juicy booties on old ladies.
Oh, man.
Because if you want it out, that costs money.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
I think it costs as much money as it was to put it in if you want it taken out.
Never thought of that.
Yeah. That's why you say, like I said, when they BBL start to get messed up, they just gotta wear it like that, because it ain't no $250. It's $2,000, $5,000. So that's something you really gotta have money for. To the ones who got it, who got doctors that did great jobs on them, that's good that they happen to find a good doctor. But the majority of them people is getting people that's practicing. And like I said, it ain't nothing wrong with them practicing. You got to practice to get better. But they're just taking a chance with somebody practicing on them. Once the doctors get good, they're not going to be charging no $5,000. They're going to be the regular price, $100,000. So you just got to be very careful. But I hope that girls stop getting them and start, it's like trendy, like women be in the trends, and a BBL is trendy, but it's a very dangerous trend. It's like you said, you can get a blood clot easily from a BBL. That's how a lot of people die. Not a blood clot, I'm sorry, a fat embolism. I forget the name. It's like when a little teeny tiny piece of fat break off into your vein, and it'll grow up and go into your heart, and it'll clog it. You have a
Yeah.
heart attack.
And it'll create a stroke with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes that won't happen. Like I said, the piece of fat could break off in your body, and it can take some time to get to that next part. So you could be at home already before that tiny piece of fat finally makes it up to where it clogs you at. So that's what I'm saying. Even if the doctor does everything right, you still have a chance of doing that because it's just your body. You can't see every little fat cell in your body. You can't see it. So I would just say like I would never get it. I would never consider nobody getting it. I feel like it's just way too dangerous. And then we don't really know the after effects yet, because I mean we ain't been doing it that long to see people get old. We have no idea what it's going to do to these people's bodies. I don't really know what they putting in them. Oh, I think they suck the fat out and put it there. But
well, the procedure how it goes back in old days, usually they use silicone like the breast implants one way. And remember, one of the few celebrities that was known that got it. I would not say first time. I think one black celebrity now that I'm having this conversation that really got it, that really perpetuated her career was K. Michelle. Remember?
Yeah, but that's her up.
I mean, my fault. It was actually Nicki Minaj, then
Yeah.
K. Michelle, because Nicki Minaj had it back in the late 2000s, and then I remember K. Michelle didn't come out to like 2010 era.
I mean, we have to blame ourselves for liking something like that. Like, how do we see Nicki Minaj like a regular girl, and then she get all this stuff, and we thought it made her look better? I thought it made her look like a cartoon, but maybe that was the goal. I don't know. And now you see Nicki, she's getting older. She didn't have a baby. She's gaining weight. And I heard that when you gain weight and you had the BBL, like it's a whole nother like Nicki looks heavy. And I'm not saying she doesn't look beautiful. She still looks beautiful, but she looks heavy in the fact that it looked like she got fluid on her, probably because of all of that surgery.
Yes, yes. Yes, correct.
And it's like you getting these BBLs before you have kids. Like having kids is gonna already mess up your body. You got surgery before you had kids. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Well, oh, and if y'all guys watch, I know it started to fluctuate. The people that's watching, please, guys, likes are free. Hit the like button. I'm not gonna keep monitoring the chat room per se. So if you're watching from the clouds or watching, please, likes are free. Hit the like button. Don't be scared. Don't be stingy. Don't be that person. Hit that like button. Hit it now. My thing is this: that and it's telling. I remember Roger said it best that wherever you are as a woman, when you're a young adult to reaching, let's say 30 in your 30s or mid 30s or late 30s, is what you always gonna be. Case in point, if you're a woman that used to play sports, then you finish high school, you go to college and continue playing sports. That was the most of any physical activity you're going to participate. But if you're not a person that's known to be keeping your body active and keeping somewhat in shape, but meaning like you do necessary exercise to just keep body tone and keep your body health. As you get older, and this happens to a good portion of us, unless we really have really fast metabolism, which a lot of us don't, that once you start getting older, you're going to start noticing that you're going to start putting on weight. And it goes beyond just carrying a baby. Because if you think about female, if a woman had children in their 20s, and this varies, it's not always exact, their bodies will reshape back in a couple months after the baby. But if a woman is already big already, or she wasn't big and then she goes get that surgery and she gets that BBL, then that's another beast in itself. That all that fat start to develop and start to sit and overlapulate the BBL that's already implanted in you, right? It was from the fat carryover or the fake silicone. And God forsake it, it's worse once you get to that age where the metabolism and it goes down to keep the weight off. After having kids, it's worse. So, like I said, it costs money to maintain that BBL. You can't have one time like you told me, and then after you get, and mind, let's be honest, most women when they get the BBLs, Femi, how often do they listen to a doctor say, you're going to have to come back in a couple years to get tune up? How many of them going to really do that? Let's be honest.
I mean, only the ones who got money. Most of them don't have the money. Like I said, if you got the BBL with your PPP loan, those is not going. The people that is going to do that is the people that got businesses, is accountants, is engineers and stuff like that. They'll probably get it, but not none of these girls just working regular jobs. Nah, they're going to look awful in a couple years because they don't, unless they're working towards a goal to have more money. But I don't think that those doctors probably explained that to them, because those doctors was just trying to get that money. They probably didn't tell them you're going to have to get a tune-up. They're probably just going to notice their body throughout the years changing and not understanding why. I don't know if them doctors told them. That's why you got to get the $100,000 doctors. Yeah, them $5,000 poly doctors probably ain't tell them nothing. They probably just sent them on their way.
Well, there should be, because think about it. What you pay for is what you get. You didn't go to a regular medical establishment that a doctor that had to go through school and spend almost close to $250,000 just to get that doctorate in his field that requires more than 5 years on the average, correct?
Right.
So obviously you go to a real establishment, yes, they're going to have to disclose that after the surgery, give you paperwork, and then tell you, say, this amount of time here, or whatever situation you call them, or you have to go back to, we will fix up, and you have to pay this, or you might have to pay again. You get me? That's how it normally works. But if you go outside the country, chances are, and mind you, it's cheaper. I get it why they do it, but keep in mind they're not gonna always inform you. And Tom said, and then I could tell you come back in the next couple of years to get it done again. No, they're hoping that your body goes through the whales. It goes like the dodo birds. It gets all fatty up, messed up, dilapidated, and eventually you're gonna look at yourself and say, "What the hell am I gonna do?" And I'll say, "Oh, I'll just go back to my doctor or my surgeon in Colombia, Brazil, Dominican Republic, and have him really fix my junk back up again." Okay. And make sure you guys hit the like button. I see people watching. Good luck to that. Good luck to that.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's really sad, but like I said, what drives it is the culture of Atlanta. You got a BBL, you get into the clubs, or you could be a bottle girl. I mean, there's just a lot of benefits that come with it. So that's why I said I couldn't risk my life for it. Can I see why somebody did? No, but I guess if that's what they wanted to do, and now they're benefiting from it. But besides that, Atlanta has a lot of sex parties, and it's very toxic to me because people don't take sex seriously down here. Sex is. Somebody told me sex is like riding a bike, and that you just try different bikes. I said, "Yo, who the hell taught y'all that?" So I'm telling this person, no, sex is a spiritual act. Like, you're not supposed to just have it with anybody. And they thought I was crazy. And I'm trying to explain to her, like, yo, this is Atlanta. When you sleep with people, you sleeping with whoever that person slept with. And all that person's energies is getting into you. And then you wonder why you mean, because you didn't got all these energies in you. No. People are very fluid down here. There are women down here that are now okay with their man being bisexual. It is totally okay. And I can't understand how we got here. I can't. I'm not a part of that crew. They don't discriminate against that. they'll shame you if you discriminate against that. If you don't want to date a dude that's bi, you are homophobic. Well, I'm gonna just be homophobic then, because I'm not dating a bi dude.
All right.
You can have
Before we go into this rabbit hole, let me read the comment sections because my good friend Aaron Collins is writing some things.
okay.
All right. He says here, a lot of these Instagram models have BBLs. Yes, they do. Real Aaron Collins. K Michelle and Nicki Minaj are both very disturbed individuals. We all know that, right? Especially Nicki, because she's been, how can I say it? Her innocence was taken by her own family members. That's why she dates a person that likes to have fornication with young children. But it's not a story. And yeah, she does have somewhat of a channel, but right now, I don't want to disclose that at this moment, you know. And the reason why, because like I said, Femi, you know, she does her thing. She's not like content creator. That's what people know. She has I'm just keep real. And for reasons, there's other reasons, but for the sake of conversation, me and
Thank
her are
you.
chopping up. But don't worry, don't sweat people. When she does have an actual channel on some real things, I will let y'all know.
Aaron,
Right.
I just be on YouTube responding. I don't really have
Yeah.
I don't really have I just be having fun with it. I don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
But there'll be
But
some times where I be like, maybe I should take it seriously. Should I talk to girls about BBLs? They
mm,
not gonna listen to me because they know it will come in it, but I can still talk about it to let them know. Maybe I could make a video and show them articles of girls passing because it is. It's very dangerous. I mean, I feel like if people be on Lizzo because Lizzo's health, I feel like you should be the same way with a BBL because you can just die from it. It has nothing to do with health. You're just gonna be gone.
mhm.
So I do think it's an issue that I mean it needs to be talked about because girls are pressured into doing it because like I said, living here, it would pressure me into doing it because once you get a BBL, you jumping. Your business is jumping, your money is flowing, all that's
Mhm.
going on. You get attention from men and women because women like friends that look good. Just like that girl said, that girl when she sing that song Bust It. And she was like, yeah, I want my friends to look like this, and everybody was mad at her.
I mean, Erica Banks.
Yeah. I
I
said,
mean,
why
she a
are
short
they
little
mad at
woman.
her?
She a short
Huh?
little. She a short little woman. She a short woman. Yeah.
Yeah. I said, why are they mad at her? That's how everybody acts in Atlanta. Nobody's your friend if you don't look a certain way.
Mhm.
And when I say friend, I'm using that loosely. Let me say nobody's gonna hang with you unless you look as you have a certain Atlanta's all about aesthetics. I went to this restaurant with this girl I knew the other day. I sent her to restaurants. And
Mhm.
I knew the restaurant that she was gonna pick, right?
Yeah.
Didn't look at and so I knew she was gonna pick it because everything is about aesthetics. So when we got to the restaurant, I said, why did you pick this restaurant? She was like, because it looked better than the other restaurant. I said, did you even look at the menu? And she was like, no. I said, so you solely picture your choice was from aesthetics? And she told me, yeah. I said, well, the other restaurant has better food and it's cheaper. That doesn't matter to people down here. They're all about a look. I mean, the other Mexican restaurant was okay. It was a beautiful, way more beautiful restaurant. It had 2 stories. It was really nice, and we set upstairs. But the other Mexican restaurant, it looks like a cheap, rundown place, but it's real, authentic Mexican food. She didn't care about that, not at all. And that's
Mhm.
how they do with their people. They don't care what's on the inside. They just care about what's on the outside and what you can do for them. You're going to run into that a lot. If you're going to come here, you have to be a shark before you get here and know what's going on. Don't come here with your head in the goddamn clouds because it will rain a thunderstorm if you
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. You better be prepared if you're gonna be around this type of slash of it. Hold on a second. What the hell is this? Sorry about that. Had my call line probably was dropped, but I reset the call line. All right. Before I ask a few other questions, let me see. I see positive vibes in the building. What's good, positive? I want work done sometimes, but I'm going to work with what God gave me. Of course, that's the whole deal. Positive vibes, Lena. You don't want to sit there and botch your body just to impress not only a man but other females. It's not in your favor. And make sure y'all like the video. Likes are free. I see y'all watching. Please hit the
But
like.
I'm not going to say it don't make women feel good, because
I mean, what you expect? If you get your body done, it's gonna make you have a different demeanor of yourself when you look yourself in the mirror and say, "God, look at me. I look sexy as hell. I'm gonna get all the men's attention. I'm gonna get everything I want." That's what they're thinking. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes, and it does. So I can't say like some people, like I'm not shaming nobody for getting a BBL. I feel like it's your body, it's your money, do what you want to do, but just know the risk. If you know you're going to get a BBL, go get some life insurance prior to doing it, just in case something happens to you, so your loved ones can have some money. Just be a little bit smart about it. If you're willing to take the risk, just have some life insurance.
I agree. I agree. Make sure your insurance up, all the way up. Okay, like any surgery, there's always risks. You might lose your nose. You might lose a fat. Hell, you might lose an organ if not careful. Nonetheless, the doctor's not responsible for your decisions. They'll say, "Okay, that's good. Sign off here. There you go. All right, we all said it good. Now I'm gonna butcher your body and get paid for it." And them surgeons, they're sitting there clapping their hands and rubbing it, saying, "Some extra couple of grand for this one."
Yeah. Yeah. And they doing them quick. They not using I know a girl that got a BBL and she came back and she had to take her own stitches out. And I was like,
"Oh wow, what the hell? Are you serious? The
yes.
infection."
She had to take her own stitches out because she got it done in, I think, DR, wherever they go. She got it done down here. So that's what I'm saying. It's a rich thing. If you're getting your BBL down in DR, ideally you should be doing your recovery in DR, which you would need to stay at like a recovery ranch, which costs like another $10,000, and they don't have that. So they have to come home. And they have to have somebody take care of them. And I'm just going to tell you, Atlanta's a selfish place. You're not going to find a lot of, like, nobody's going to take care of you while your BBL is healing, but your mama. Nobody's taking care of you. Nobody wants to be bothered with you while you're crying and you're depressed and you're in pain. Nobody want to be around you until your BBL is healed. I mean, then I feel like you should know who your friends are. That's how I feel, but people still hang around these fake people. And because they want to kiki. I don't know what it is. I can't hang with no fake people. I can't tell you what it is. What I see of people, like I said here, people want to get to celebrities. So I don't know if people kiki with each other because they know this person, know that person, and this person, know that person. No, nothing's genuine down here. And like I said, I've given up on relationships down here. Relationships is dead in Atlanta.
It's been dead. It's been dead down there, man. I mean, think about it. And we're going to shift gears to talk about the hierarchies. And then the link is down for people to come up because I'm not going to stay here long for this. The hierarchy of Atlanta. Now, as you know, as y'all see the thumbnail, I think he's not from Atlanta. I think he's from Florida. I'm not going to say his name because y'all see the thumbnail. That is it really factual that the gay, homosexual, LGBT in Atlanta, the hierarchy is set where for you to climb on the higher ladder or on top, you're going to do something strange for a little piece of change?
Let me tell you something. If you are part of the alphabet community down here, you're on top of the world. You're a millionaire. Like, just Just if you a part of the LGBT community and you come down here, just be prepared to be a millionaire in a couple of years because you're going to soar. Whatever they got to do, they do what they got to do.
Can you repeat that? Because that came out my ear. It didn't sit well in me, my psychology. It didn't sit well in my brain. It went out. Can you repeat that one more time for people that don't know?
So if you come here, this city, the LGBT community, they got each other's back better than the Black community. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Hell,
You're
God.
not messing with them. You in the LGBT community, you are elevated. You're elevated, and I don't man. It is like obviously it's still like misogyny. The gay males are still at a higher than the gay women, but gay women got it going on. Got them too. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of gay people got money down here, and if you're gay, it's like you're in the club. You can you can be a kid off the street. I didn't see just gay people just go from one tax bracket to the next because they're mingling in that crowd. And I don't mingle in that crowd. Not at all. I don't and it's so sad because you'll see people come from out of town and learn quickly how the game works. And that gay for pay stuff, oh, that's real. People will be gay to get into the crowd so they can elevate. But Nicki Minaj did that too, right? Nicki Minaj used to play like she was gay, and then you never heard nothing about it. That's the same thing, gay for pay. Gay for pay. People do that down here. They pretend like they gay, and they not. They well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they turn gay after that. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't play those games, but I've seen women do it. I've seen men do it. And you just be like, yo, you gotta dance on a dark side down here to get to. I don't know nobody that got a bag that's honest down here. I don't know anybody that has it. Like they got a real bag that ain't done no sneaky, dirty, devilish shit. I don't know nobody that got a real bag that didn't do that. Maybe I know like 2 ladies, but then it always makes me wonder, like, what did you do? You had to do something. Maybe it's something we don't know because you're quiet. But most people that's loud about their money, they done something to get that money. Well, or they doing something, or they working with somebody, or they, like the whole situation with Takeoff, Offset, whatever. There's people that's like that that's tied in with people like that here.
Okay.
And it just seemed like every corner you go to, I was just talking about this restaurant with my friend the other day, and they was like, oh, that restaurant not there no more. I said, and that restaurant was popping. What happened? It was like, oh, the man stole $300,000 from somebody, and they got caught, and they shut that down. Don't nobody run no honest business around here. You didn't have this popping restaurant, but like I tell you, people they do what they gotta do. They do what they gotta do. It's cutthroat.
I didn't know that. Wow.
I know business owners that stole money from their customers. This is what they do. They eating at their restaurant, and this is what you do. You go back in your computer system and you add 50 cents on a check, or you add $2 on a check. If you add this on a check. You doing this to your own people? And an extra $1, $2 here? You doing this to your own people? I didn't seen it. Everybody that I know that got money, do. I know somebody else that's a millionaire. He don't pay nobody. He don't pay none of people that do work for him. He don't pay them, and they'll come to his business like, "Hey man, you said you was gonna pay me. You ain't never paid me." There you go, man. You not paying your own people. Your hell? People got bills to pay. What are you doing?
Wow.
I'm not saying this stuff don't go in in no other city. Who knows? Who knows? But the concentration that it is here is disgusting and it's demonic. And and then everybody, these girls here, they are mean. They are these women here, they are angry and mean. And I don't know why it is. I don't know why it is. Is it because they see Atlanta Housewives and they think that's how they supposed to be? Or are they just fucking mean? I don't know.
You want me to give it a real answer? I don't want to say this, and it's just me because we had this conversation. I've concluded when women are more than men in Atlanta, my first thing and my only conclusion, and you probably could talk more about this, is that they really want to engage in, licky acts with you. They want to sleep with you. And because you're not willing to play game, it will create a certain anger. And they're going to treat you accordingly, Femi. Because when someone can't get what they want, like really, and let's be honest, because a lot of people are not mode one with it and being upfront and honest. They're not going to just look in your face and they're going to try to say, Femi, I like you. I want to, let's do something. Let's kick it. And we mean, they're not going to really tell you that up front. I could be wrong because I'm not sure how bold a lot of women are, because a lot of them in their sexuality, it's questionable already, but some of them just don't give a crap and they'll just let you know, say, I just want to make, with you. That's how I look at it.
Well, some of them don't give a crap, and some of them, I guess you're right, because I've had when I first moved down here, because when I first moved down here, where I'm from, there wasn't nobody like this one I'm from, like maybe one person, but
no.
I wasn't used to it, and somebody had told me that, like, this girl was so angry at me, and my boyfriend at the time was like, yeah, she wants you, and she mad because I got you. I was like, what? And he just started cracking up because he knew I didn't understand because I wasn't from here. But I understand now.
Yeah. And in my opinion, those are the more dangerous one type of women. Cause I remember one woman got lost her life to a girlfriend that I forgot the name, but she's originally from Memphis and they moved to ATL, go figure. And she has kids with different men. She has 4 kids from different baby daddies. And she was on the low because she's a little bi-curious. She was having a relationship with a woman. And this woman was so mad and heated because she can't have her like that, but she's still connected with her. She went out of her way, and this is a butch woman, a butch chick, Butch Dyke, went out of her way and took her life.
Really? What was this?
This is just recent.
I think I did hear
this
about.
Was like, I forgot the name. I'll find the name right now as we talking. She been stalking this woman. She burned her car. She did, and here's a funny thing. This is what I don't understand with a lot of women. No matter her age, she's in her 30s, mid-30s. That if you have a problematic person that you no longer have any connection, physically, sexually, etc., and you went away to go out and get a restraining order, why are you still having contact with this person? And knowing this person is now moved beyond just you and her once friends or once lovers. She's now gone to the realm of what they call stalkerish and very much dangerous behaviors, where she's going to physically put harm in and maybe go as far as take your life.
Well, you have to understand, some people are very manipulative and they know that they can control people. I know a girl that is in a relationship with another girl.
Yeah.
And this girl and it's so crazy because the girl is heavy set, but her girlfriend, which is the dude one, she's small. But this girl got so much control over this other girl, and she controls her life. And I'd be like, I don't understand, because you wasn't like this before you met this person. You wasn't like this at all. And I'm trying to teach her the psychology of it, but it's like, I don't know. You tell somebody, yo, like, this is exactly what this person is doing to you. Like, they're being controlling and manipulative and trying to demean you. There's people that control people like that. So you might not understand why they're going back, but that person knows what they're doing and how to make them come back. They're a narcissist, basically. A manipulative narcissist. So cause and they'll make you feel like you ain't got nobody but me. You ain't got nobody but me, ho. You ain't going nowhere. That's what they be saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then if a person don't have a lot of self-worth, they gonna believe that. And they gonna come back. Hoping that person gonna change. And they ain't gonna change. I done seen it happen too many times. And they be like, well, they said they sorry, and they said they not gonna do it no more. Like, nigga, they said it last time. Oh, okay, well, I guess you just fall for it.
Okay.
I guess you live and you learn. But no, there's people like that, men and women. But like that being down here is strong. I mean, it's a lot of abusive same-sex relationships, because there's a lot of those type of relationships down here. They're not no better. They used to make it seem like the gay relationships was happy and they didn't argue and they didn't fight and everything. Nah, they be banging, busting holes in the walls and everything. I didn't see going to the Family Dollar, this gay girl couple having a full-out argument. They work there. I just stopped past to get some construction paper or something. They working there, and I think I got it on video a little bit. I think I do got it on video. Yo, they just throwing stuff in the Family Dollar. Atlanta crazy though. You can do all that and you're still gonna have your job. Throwing stuff and screaming. The girl bought all the girl stuff from their house and bought it in the Family Dollar, like her clothes, pillows, threw it all over the Family Dollar, running up and down the aisles. I said, yo, I couldn't get my phone out fast enough. I said, oh, I just got my phone in the bottom of my purse with something going on, but I got a little bit of it. Yeah, Atlanta, wow. And they be wild down here with that. I seen a lot with it. I seen a lot with female lesbian relationships. They go through a lot.
And you know, out of all relationships, they always keep pointing in regards to heterosexual relationship as the problem, but we're not really focused on that. People that operate in the same sex is just even problematic and maybe worse, because it's not looked to favor or it's going to be publicized in the media like that. Personally.
I wonder why.
Well, we all know why. I mean, I'll tell you a little bit more in the low, but I got a guest in the backstage. Bring them up.
Okay.
All right, calls open lines now. I hope that the guy that was in the back come back. I was gonna let the lines open up, but it's open now. So first person that came on the line, the real Aaron Collins. What's good, Aaron?
Hey.
What's going on, Chaos? What's going on, sister? This is a very beautiful topic. You know, I mean, not beautiful, but it's a very important and great topic you all are talking about. And this is like the dark side of Atlanta. I mean, I've been to Atlanta several times, and I think it's a great place. You know, I really do. You know, as far as Black Hollywood is concerned, if you really want to work in the entertainment industry, but then there's that other side that people don't talk about. And I don't know if you saw what I put in the chat earlier, but I did see a documentary about this type of this particular subject matter on BET a few years back, and they were talking about how a lot of these women have had these surgeries and had some side effects. One woman, I think, said lost her mom, and I think one woman lost her fingers or something.
Yes.
It was it's pretty ugly. See, they don't tell you, and then with black women, black girls, and black females in general have been having issues with acceptance and their self-image anyway because of not just racism, but even within our own community. We have to. They feel that they have to look a certain way, fit a certain mold or image in order to fit in. And that's one of the things I put in the chat that sis, I think what you're doing is very important. I think you should probably maybe travel the nation and talk to these young girls. It's just a suggestion though. I mean, but
Oh, wow.
they need to know this, that they don't have to mutilate themselves to fit in. I mean, they mean you fit in because God made me, and you know, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And like I said, our black girls are starved for attention in a society that doesn't deem black women. We know that black men, but black women are definitely not deemed as important. I mean, like I'm from Chicago originally, and there was a time where a few years ago where there was black girls being found with their organs missing. So that stuff they don't talk about either. I mean,
Yes.
I'm deviating away from the subject matter, but I'm just trying to I'll put it in the context that how black women need to be talked about, and that black women's lives matter too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely, definitely.
Of course. And you think about Aaron, I don't know I'm not sure if I look at my archives, I've ever talked about BBLs. Maybe I haven't, because really truly, when I look at it as a main focus, in my opinion, I don't put enough effort into focusing on it, because personally, if I look at the data and really look at us as a whole, especially that if the sisters are already big already, or what they consider overweight, which some of them are, it don't make sense they invest money on getting more surge up to enhance what they already have already. All they gotta do is just to tone down and not only maintain but slim down enough where it looks proper. That's why I don't make streams or uploads about BBLs like that, because I can already see from if I step outside or any part of the city, I could see that a good sister put on enough weight as is. So to have BBLs and say I need a bigger butt and you're already big, it defeats the purpose, you know. But those that are not that big and they're slim already, but they might not have that backside, which you know is questionable, that to go out and go under enough to get this just for more attention and hopefully get and make more money off it. Now you just prostitute yourself, because you're not doing just to look, you're doing just to get a more bigger outcome. And the danger of doing that, you gotta maintain that, and not only to maintain, you have to worry about of any other effects health wise that's going to happen years down the line. K. Michelle did not get sick automatically when she had it. She started experiencing it years after. And after that, the sickness got so bad, she had to go and take a lot of drugs, medication, and go out her way to spend thousands of dollars, which she had already because she made a lot of money while she was an artist at that time, to remove the butt. And she just now got back to her so-called rightful form, but it's not the same, because once you start butchering your body, you're not gonna get it like it was before. It's gonna be permanent once you get those surgeries.
I agree. I mean, black women are naturally curvy anyway. I mean, I remember this was a long time ago when I lived in Dallas. I was at an event, and a black woman actually asked me if she actually asked me if I thought she was too big. You know, she was a pretty big, nice size, thick sister, and I said, no, I think you're just the right size. Personally, I think black women are supposed to be thick. Black women, they don't really have no business trying to be thin and stuff like that. And you don't need the BBLs and stuff. I mean, because black women are naturally curvy. And I'm sure someone will probably ask, well, why are you in Chaos talking about black women's bodies? Well, I'm sure as hell I'm not about to talk about a black man's body.
Right.
I mean, we're men. We naturally like to talk about women, and I do mean that in a good way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. I see Jay Shine say no to BBLs. If you want to take the link, Jay Shine, come up if you have your own take on this. But like I said, besides the BBLs, another thing you did post it about the HIV and AIDS epidemic. Yeah, it's high in Georgia.
Yes.
And it's always going to get high and get even higher because of the homosexuality that's now in that city. And not only that, like you said, Femi, there are some men that are doing and engaging in both different sex genders. They're not only having girlfriends, but they're having boyfriends on the side too. For a man.
Yes.
So obviously it increased the risk of not just the AIDS that is the most greater concern, or HIV, elite AIDS, but also other STDs like hepatitis, gonorrhea. Hell, we can even say herpes too, but usually the more severe disease because of the behavior, the sexual activities. And let's be honest, and I did a upload to really tell and give women certain advice and ways to spot what I call a pogey man. Now, like I said, I did this stream to lay out easy ways to eliminate if you're concerned about it. Wait, hold on. Wait, somebody's all right. Ways to spot them out and quickly eliminate so you don't have to continue on the conversation, especially if you're a heterosexual woman. But it only works if you're not a degenerate woman yourself. What I mean, if you woman you like to get your booty eaten or any other sexual degeneracies, my little insight will not help you because you're already degenerate. So you don't care about that. But those that has not experienced these type of sexual behaviors or things in the bedroom, you might be able to weed them out very quickly. Now I'm not going into details because it's not part of the stream of how to spot them out. We're just here to talk about just ATL as a whole and, you know, the sodomy of it. You get me? And people that live here or want to think that they want to move down there, keep in mind, this is information that possibly will help you so you know how to maneuver in the environment. Because remember, Femi is a resident and she's lived there most of her adult life. 20 years is no joke living into a city. You know the ins and outs. And Femi, last time I checked, you are a beautician. You're a hairstylist by profession. So you sit in the chair and you know all the players, you know everybody ins and outs.
Yeah.
And they give you game and even advise you sometimes, say if you want to climb the top, they will be honest with you. Then one time you said that one time they were trying to get you into this weird swingers place or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've had plenty of offers to be a part of an orgy, to the point where I asked my friend, I said, do I give orgy vibes? And she's like, I don't think so. But I think that they just ask anybody. I think that's what it is. But I was told that if I come to the party, you know, I could get elevated. I can get me a blue check on Instagram and all those
It's like
things.
that. Check like that. They must know a connect. If you get blue
I
check.
mean, everybody knows that. That's why I said everybody's well connected down here. If you play these games, you're gonna know these people. You're gonna know them. If you don't play these games, you're not gonna know them. Some people don't want to play the game. I don't know them because I don't be playing the game. I know people that know people. They know people that know people. And if you on the outside, sometimes I be on the outside looking in like, dad, you know, they living a good life on the outside, but I don't know where their soul is at. My soul couldn't take it. I can't get down like that for the money. I heard that there would be all types of like not super celebrities, but you know, these mid celebrities, they be having like, and you know, the homosexual ones, they be having these gay parties where they just have piles of cocaine and condoms everywhere. Like it gets down here. I can't find anything clean to do. I can't find anything wholesome to do. I can't find any wholesome people to hang out with. And I'm not saying that they're not around. I just can't find them. I can't find
Can't find them. Okay. Mm.
them. And it's
Well,
hard to find them.
well, I'm not saying anywhere you are, the environment you reside is hard to find any person that has a clear heart and is not, let's say, tainted or been infected with this, ATL lifestyle in short. But because that is the culture in that state, I don't expect nothing positive, present and the future. And because now that more people are going and trying to live and move down there for a reason, it is a spot, but it's really a spot for more single men. But the problem with that is, because I say that if you're a single man and there's more women than men, yeah, if you're there, you want just pure sex, then yeah, I would say Atlanta is the best spot because let's be honest, women dabble, they'll have sex with you, and they'll have sex with women too. Well, engage in carpet munch activities, but nonetheless, you get the sex. But in regards to sustainable, that's not the right environment. I don't know how people could raise children in that state. Person,
I would not. I would not raise.
I wouldn't even advise now because I hear too much as goes on down there. And yes, it is a black mecca, but like I said, black people have other states that can go and be more productive. And I don't think ATL the way it is now, and because it's run through the hierarchy, which you said earlier, I mean, I would not risk it. If I'm a person that's of a certain age, and let's say I'm trying to really find a mate and have a decent relationship, I can't do it down. I can't see myself living and trying.
If you are a man that's not,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that it's ironic how you mentioned raising children because the very first time I ever heard of Atlanta, and I've been to Atlanta several times, and I've got family that live down there, but the very first time I ever heard of Atlanta was as a kid, was hearing about the infamous Atlanta child murders, and most of them was black children, and I was at that age where I was a black child, even though I was growing up in Chicago. That still triggered me. I mean, that was one of the things that actually had me scared. And even though I wasn't living in Atlanta, just being at the age of those children that were killed the way they were, I mean, it kind of this puts it all in perspective. It's like, it kind of makes sense. I wonder if this happening in Atlanta is ghosts, unresolved ghosts from that situation.
Oh yeah, definitely. You will hear stories like that, even about like the Lake Lanier. You hear that a lot of people, where Lake Lanier was, it used to be a black city, and then the white people wanted it, so they somehow put it underwater, and it's still underwater today. And people go to Lake Lanier every year. Somebody drowns, somebody dies, a boat will sink. It's has a lot of spirits here, and they can't get anywhere because there's nowhere for them to go. I didn't know about the murders. I'm gonna have to look them up.
Well,
the Atlanta child murders was very famous. It was in the late 70s, early 80s. It was a very famous and talked about incident in Atlanta. And I think the guy Wayne somebody turned out to be the killer. He was a black man, and pretty much all of his victims were black children from the inner city.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Jay Shine writes, ATL was the first sold to me through Freakniks. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was when it was good.
Yeah.
When ATL had some soul. ATL don't have no soul no more. ATL's commercial. They don't have no soul no more.
Yeah.
There's no soul here. It's soulless.
Yeah. I mean, I think over time it was made and designed to be like that, where we at that eventually it's going to be corrupt over time anyway, because when you see black people being very productive, besides the sexuality piece of it, that we get far. And you see a lot of things shaped and created when we are very productive in our own little sections across the United States. Well, when you see that they start infecting it with other things, like the weirdos, the politics, and all that stuff, that it becomes a haven for Sodom and Gomorrah, in short. And like I said, majority of black people, as much as I don't say, are Christians, and either they follow the faith or not. That they don't want to be around that nonsense, personally. So, like I said, if you're a smart person, you're going to have to think twice living in a state or a certain section or city in that state anyway. But
And
that's all.
if you do come here, even if you're guarded, it will affect you. You'll have to keep yourself spiritually protected. Because I've heard other girls say that were younger than me that I couldn't even believe it, because I thought I was under the impression if you were young that you would be with the shits of Atlanta. But I even hear younger girls tell them Atlanta stresses them out, like just the energy of the city. They're like, you can't even meet people. Like this girl's from like Indiana, and she was just telling me, she was like, I never been somewhere where I just wanted to go have coffee with somebody, and then they're asking you for money or asking you or telling you their whole life story, and they need this and they need that. That's another thing about Atlanta. If you're going to be here, you can't hang with anybody that has less than you, because they're going to try to use you as their come up. If you have a car and a person don't have a car, you can't hang with them. If you got a better job than another person, you can't hang with them, because eventually that person is going to grow jealous of your achievement, and they're going to try to take you down by any means necessary. They're going to try to take you down. They're going to try to disrupt you. This is for men and women. It isn't necessary. This is just, I just think Atlanta, and don't get me wrong, this don't just go for black people. I've heard stories about white people too doing the same stuff in their businesses and their companies. It's just the spirit over Atlanta. It needs to be popped. I don't know how they would get rid of it. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of things, so I'm on my way out of here. I've been here too long. I have to reset my soul, and I feel bad because, like I said, I just think after, some people say it was after the Olympics. I more so feel like after social media started booming, Atlanta just took a turn for the worst when it comes to people and their egos, and you trying to find love. You're not gonna find no love down here. Like you're just not gonna find any love. You might find a friend, you might find somebody you can hang with, you might find somebody you can chill with, you can talk to, but you're not gonna find no love. That's out of the question.
Okay.
So you could be very successful here. I know a lot of rich women. As many rich men I know rich women, and they're all single, and they're great women. They're single. You're not gonna find no love here. You can make good money here, though. Oh, you can make money.
If you're in the right circles, yeah, you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, yeah, you can make this money, potentially making money, and you could be a millionaire if you're in the right circles and you have to do what you have to do. Meaning you're going to have to do a little something strange for a little piece of change. That's not a story.
And they get that change and they live it up. But I still see a lot of people are unhappy, and I learned that a lot of this stuff, these Gucci belts don't make nobody happy. Living in these mansions don't make nobody happy. A lot of people are stressed out. They stressed out about bills. They stressed out. There's just a lot of people that put on a persona that they're happy. They're not happy. They're not. And you just be looking on Instagram like, hey, if they only knew. Yeah, So I, I don't see a lot of happiness down here. I see a lot of ego. Although there are people that are achieving things, it's like the achievements just seem ego driven. It don't really sometimes it don't seem like it's for the community. I feel like you did a great thing, but you really did this so you could get more shine. I mean, I guess it's still good for the community either way, but it just feels it's just a lot of people are just ego driven here. And once they have the ego, they are not going to treat you nice. They are not going to treat you with respect. They the big kahuna. You ain't nobody. So it's just hard to it's like I said, unless you can get in that circle and dance with the devil a little bit, or unless you're from here, unless you were born and raised here, you're gonna have to be strategic, very strategic when you come down here.
Yeah, the sex industry is very much alive and well there. I mean, one thing about this is one thing I believe in is moving in silence. If you're gonna be successful, do it silently. Don't be blink, go around blinking. Still be yourself. No, drive what you want to drive, but like you were saying about being strategic, move in silence. I mean, that sounds simple to me.
Yeah, but Atlanta don't move in silence. Atlanta want to show everything.
Yeah, they got everybody to see what they're doing.
Yeah, this a show. This is a like here's this some people do in Atlanta. Everybody where they gun on it. Everybody where they gun. Everybody gotta let everybody know they got a gun. People that's not from here, they don't understand it. They be like, if you got a gun, why you got it showing? You don't want people to know you got it. Man, it's Atlanta. Everybody want everybody to know what they got. Everybody where they gun. You walking around, everybody got a gun on them. Yeah. It's normal. Because everybody want to show everything they have. They show all their cards down here.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's competition. It's competition. Same thing anywhere else, depending on what city you are. That there are some cities that a person buys a house and a person sees it. Next thing you know, they got have a house that's bigger than the next person. Because a former said, well, I could show you. So I could spend the biggest money because it's trying to prove to the next person, but it doesn't really do nothing in regards to the longer part or for the collective as a whole. Where you're competing with yourself or with others in the so-called group, but it don't really do squat personally. But that's all. Aaron, you have any last words, Aaron? Aaron? Hold on. Make sure it's.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, you have any last words?
Can you hear me?
I get you good. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Once again, this was a very, very. I keep using that word, beautiful, but this was a very, very great topic, especially in the light of the whole Shanquilla Robinson situation. This was a very much needed topic. This needs to be talked about. I mean, it's an ugly truth, but it still needs to be told anyway. It's the truth, and I think we'll set some people free. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Hope to hear you again soon. All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, Femi. I guess we could wrap it up now. We lay out a lot of things that people are not aware of or know, but they now know. Personally, my own little short experience, I've traveled to Atlanta maybe 2 or 3 times last time I checked. It's cool. I wish I could did a little bit more, but when you're on vacation, you could do so much for the time constraints. But from my own experience, I mean, it's enough. But now that I sit back and reflect when I even went down there in the past over a decade now. That now, if I had to leave where I'm at now and say go somewhere else, that would not be the spot I would decide. Say if I want to, let's say, start something, maybe start a family or start actual life, that would be the last place I would try to go to. And I don't like the black people because personally, I like to live around black people personally. I don't have no problem with black people. as a man. But there's certain areas and sections I just don't feel I'm going to invest and go because way how it's running, how it's moving. Yes, it's going to make you be more of a hustler if you live down it, but there's drawbacks to it, and the drawbacks, and doesn't outweigh the greater rewards. Personally, that's how I look at it. But overall, that's just my opinion. But this was informed. This is helpful.
I'm glad it was helpful.
I don't know if we should make a series and do some shows like this a little bit different. I don't know. We'll think about it, Femi, because I think we gained some out of this. I gained some. I know you probably feel comfortable gaining some.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Because like I said, like Aaron, he learned a little bit more about the BBLs. I think I learned a little bit more now, the importance, why they even do it, and some other things. And I think this will be helpful for those that they do catch this. They now know now. And I think other young women, they should not be pressured to do anything just to get more attention or the possibility of more rags to riches. Your health is more important than anything else. Because once you do something your body, it's set in stone. And trust me, majority of us, regardless what your economic situation is as a person, you don't got like that. You don't.
Right.
So don't risk anything. It's better you put in the work, just like the men put in the work to be better or do better and may make money. You ladies, you're no exception to rule. Your looks, that also requires work. And it doesn't cost $1,000 to get the outcome. You get me? That's unnecessary, especially a black woman. You have everything ready made. The only thing you want to do is try and maintain your health, maintain your shape, and your skin, you're good. Besides the hair, we're not going to talk about it, but everything else you could do simple, That's simple. That actually might take a little work. All the other things that we normally do that. Yeah, I'm not going to waste time. So, any close remarks for people to, to end this night? Very nice.
Thanks everybody for listening. Hopefully I will be back soon. I enjoyed it myself. I enjoyed the conversation. And maybe we could make a difference in, I really want to bring love back into conversations because I just don't hear a lot of it on YouTube or in my personal surroundings. Everything is about relationships, but nobody's talking about love. So there's self-love, there's friendship love, there's love of another person. And I think that needs to be discussed more if we're going to move forward.
Indeed. All right, Femi, we'll talk again soon. Thank you again.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Good night, y'all.
Oh, yes. Good night. Sorry. Good night. All right. There you have it. I hope this was very informative. I hope y'all learned something from this, from the men and the women, young and old. It'd be nice and it'll be good. And I'll be looking forward. Y'all leave comments at the end of this video if you made it this far. And like always, if you're new to the Chaos Reign channel, welcome to the Chaos Reign channel. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Chaos Reign 7. You could add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Reign on Facebook. And you can now join the Discord service of the Chaos Reign channel. The Discord service is in the About section of the Chaos Reign channel. And that is all the links. And shout out to everybody that comment or left words in the chat room. I appreciate everybody that was in the chat room watching and people that's watching through the clouds. Until next time, you know where to find me. But until then, the Chaos Reign.